Hey, I did it. I did it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. The Coils of Destiny. My name is Steven Dutzman. I am the dungeon master of this wild ride, and I am here with some of my very best friends in the whole wide world. Starting to my right is Dana, who is playing Rory, our ranger. Hi, Dana.
Hey, hey.
To her right is the Mistress of Magnificence, otherwise known as Mom, Linda Roble. She is playing Pin, our rogue. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Below her is a guy that looks a lot like me. I promise it is not actually me twice. That would be cheating. But it is my brother, Mike, playing Preston, the weird wizard. Mike, how are you?
I changed my shirt so that people wouldn't confuse us. I have the green shirt today.
Okay, great. I appreciate that. And to his left, wow, she has a camera that works. Hi,
Woohoo.
Marie. She is playing Talia, our warrior. Hi, Marie. And Marie's
Hello.
cat, obviously. We're going to see Marie's cat's butt a lot today. And last but not least, my very best friend in the whole wide world, Amanda Farrow, the Princess of Power, playing Odavira, our cleric. And they are very glad to have their healer back. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
So, when last we met, you were given a mission to from your patron to head off to a library in the capital of Theoland. And you have spent time preparing. And I have a monologue to read. Because we're just going to start right with leaving the city. So, as dawn breaks over the city of Wavecrest, you gather your belongings, say your last goodbyes, and take one final look at the familiar sight of the city that you've known as home. Seagulls cry overhead, swooping and diving over the fishing boats that dot the horizon. The salty tang of the sea air is sharp in your nostrils, mingling with the earthy scent of the city awakening to a new day. Fishermen shout at each other as they prepare for the day's work, their voices carrying over the lapping waves. The sun sparkles off the vibrant blue water, creating a dazzling array of lights that dance upon the surface. Waves crash rhythmically against the harbor walls, a symphony of natural music that has been the soundtrack of your life thus far. As you move through the city streets, the cobblestone paths familiar under your boots, you see the bustle of life begin around you. Merchants are opening their stalls, showcasing colorful array of goods from all across the continent. Children dart between the slowly growing crowds, their laughter echoing in narrow alleyways. The city walls are in sight. They're a comforting barrier between the town itself and the land beyond. And then you find yourself at the city gates. The massive wooden barrier creaks as it swings open, revealing a wide open road beyond. A gentle breeze rustles the leaves in the trees flanking the road, seeming to beckon you forward into the unknown. Taking a moment, you each turn to look at each other and share a moment of camaraderie and anticipation. You've traveled beyond these city limits before, but this time it feels different. And then, without another word, you step beyond the city limits and into the vast expanse of the world beyond. Ahead lies adventure, danger, and likely snakes. But you face it together, a band of adventurers setting forth to make your mark on the world. And as the city of Wavecrest grows smaller in the distance, your journey truly begins. So everything up until this point has been a prologue. You've learned each other, you've learned some things, you've met some people, but now you find yourselves on a road, traveling northeast-ish towards the town of Halden, as that is the first place where you have been instructed to go and resupply before making a long trek east. Let me put you on a map, because I hear rumors maps are good. Also,
I mean, they have a whole song about them in a certain children's
they
TV
do.
show.
I'm not. Yep, they do. So, everyone, let me give the. Let me make There we go. So, I should probably like let the audience see it a little bit. So, y'all are kind of spread out next to this wagon. This is your wagon for this voyage. It has 2 horses. Their their names are Irv and Steve. And there are 5 of you, currently on this voyage, and you, one of you needs to drive the horses. I'm not particularly concerned with skills to do so. These are very well trained horses. Also, I didn't think of that until right now. So they're just really good horses. But what I would like you guys to do is put yourselves in the wagon and talk amongst yourselves to decide who gets to drive.
Anyone have a feeling on who wants to drive?
I feel like it probably shouldn't be me. I will get us into shenanigans by accident. So I'm going to opt out, and I'm going to go sit nicely.
Animal skills?
I was going to say, as the one who probably spends the most amount of time like in the woods and off the beaten trail, maybe me?
I think that's probably a good idea. So I'll sit next to you.
Okay.
I mean, I was just going to say the truffle should drive, but that's a much better idea.
Put yourselves in the position, and I will move you guys to the front, and we will. So, I'll put the wagon.
Yeah, it's got to get moved to the back.
Behind everybody. Yeah, I gotta move it to the back.
Gotta love those layers.
Yeah. This is the challenge, and so I will. Here's.
I love that Truffles gets his own spot.
I mean, he'd be like that. And then I am going to group you, and I will control you on the. Actually, I think I might. Can I give control to other players? No, I cannot. But that's okay. I'll drive it. So, you are on a road. I know this road looks to be going only this way, but that's because this map is longer than it is tall and Roll20 is difficult. But you are, in fact, going northeast. I promise. Maps are just weird. So, the, excuse me. I will ungroup you when the time comes. So, you leave the town gates and travel for maybe a half hour until the coast is far behind you. You can no longer see or hear Wavecrest. And when that happens, excuse me, and around that time, you hear just over a small hill that just kind of hides the other side of the road, you start to hear another wagon coming. And
Is this going to go badly for us?
As you
Like it sounds like they're getting closer to us, like opposite
they're
direction.
coming down the road on the other side.
I don't trust them.
As you kind of, well, I mean, number one, as you hear another wagon, do you stop or do you continue?
I'd say we'd probably continue and just
we're on a
act
road. I would
casual.
expect. Yeah.
Sure.
It's not like we're smuggling anything illegal or anything.
I'm not illegal, and I'm not being smuggled.
You know who is being smuggled?
Truffles.
So
That's fair, but in a pocket
Casual.
dimension.
So as you move, you come over the crest. You kind of both crest a hill at the same time, and you see 2 familiar Earth Genasi escorting escorting a wagon that looks very similar to the one that you have. I don't know why, with very similar gray horses. Also, not really sure why.
All horses are gray.
All horses are gray in this world. And you see them walking in front and behind of a wagon with a single, rather dignified-looking woman with striking red hair in the back of the wagon. And as they see you, the man in the front recognizes you immediately and waves at you. "Hail and well met! How are you?" and then flexes at you.
That track.
Hail! Well, Matt! Good, how are you?
Hello.
Yes, the universal greeting of being swole.
You're all on the same road together, so they stop, you stop, and the they both move up to the front of the wagon because they are very obviously excited to see people that they recognize. And excuse me, the guy without the obvious axe on his back kind of takes a step forward. We've just been escorting this lady back from Halden, and she has business to do in town, and she needed some muscle, and there was nowhere else to get it but us. So, what are
Obviously.
you guys up to?
Heading to Holden.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. How are the roads?
they're fine. I mean, it's a 2-day jaunt, but there's nothing that we really saw.
Okay. No broken bridges, no, mudslides, nothing crazy.
Troublesome
Mudslides,
goblins.
Where do
Right.
you? Well, I mean, goblins. Okay, there were some goblins before, but we scared all them away. But mudslides, exactly where do you go normally if there are mudslides?
I mean, I read.
Oh, okay. What's that? So
It's the thing with pages, the words, and
oh yeah, we don't do that. So that just seems like a waste of time. So no, the roads are perfectly clear. I mean, look at our wagon. The wagon's in great shape. And we walked most of the way. So we have not seen any problems with. We didn't see any problems with bandits or goblins. There was the bees at one point, but they didn't bother us. But there were
Did you say bees?
Yeah, like bees.
yeah.
Like he flexes at you and goes buzz.
Beast mode. What is he covered in bees?
Nope. he's
I
not
love this
covered
guy
in bees.
so much. I want to be his best friend.
So yeah, they were bees, and I mean but they were a little bigger than I've seen bees before, right? But these guys were a little bigger. But other than that, just don't make the bees mad.
A little bigger?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know how bees are normally like this, and he's
Yes.
just kind of staring at it, this. Well, these were like this.
Ooh.
They were
You're
like
telling
the
me-
size of and then the other guy, no, they were like the size of like a watermelon. It was like really big bees.
I don't want to mess with watermelon-sized bees.
No.
We didn't even mess around with the watermelon-sized bees.
I'm just gonna look at Vera and just be like, is this crab 2.0? Is this what's going on?
What's a crab? Wait, crabs?
I love this. I
Yeah.
love this. And I don't like
That.
bees. I only like honey.
The crabs were the size of our horses, man.
What?
That's like
Yelp.
2 of me at least.
And delicious.
That's true. Culinary magic.
I mean, you can eat crabs. You can't really eat bees. But I guess if the bees are the size of a watermelon, you could eat the bee.
I don't like that.
I mean, what kind of honey they stock in?
I don't know, but they're the size of watermelons. So maybe don't make those mad.
That's good advice.
Noted.
I mean, I don't think you should make any bees mad, even when they're little.
Fair.
But when they're the size of
Honeybees are
watermelons, I bet you they would be painful. They probably sting real bad.
Are they honeybees? Because they don't have stingers.
What the? I don't
They get
I don't know. They
drunk
look like bees.
off
Don't
of
bees
pollen.
don't all bees just go buzz?
I highly doubt these two Urchinasi have any training in entomology.
I mean, I
Probably
suppose that's fair.
That's rude. I mean, we got lots of training.
Okay, yes, you have lots of training. Biceps, triceps, lats, delts. But, given the fact that you're not a fan of books, it's safe to presume you're not a fan about books about bees.
No, I don't know. We don't do that. So, after this, you hear the lady in the back, without saying anything. She just has like a cane kind of thing, and she just kind of taps it on the side, and then sits down. And they both look back at her. Oh, that means we gotta go. And so they take up their positions. So we don't know how to put the wagon in the grass. Could you guys put the wagon in the grass so we can get through?
Yeah, that's fine. And I'll veer to the left.
Sure. So you do that. The geniuses walk by. And I would like everyone to make a perception check as they pass by you.
Steve, I'm gonna do something a little different because I'm gonna take a copper coin and
You're gonna
tuck
what?
it into I'm gonna take a copper coin and tuck it into my shoe as I cast detect thoughts.
Okay.
Perception, is that what you said?
Yes, please.
Bestie, we're the same.
Mine has the +5 modifier that I forgot to put on there, so it's technically a 12.
We are not the same.
I'm slightly more paranoid than you.
Slightly more.
You always take good care of me, though.
That's
so I
true.
know I don't have to be paranoid. I just have to keep you healed.
Okay.
That is fair.
So Talia,
Yeah.
this lady, okay, so picture like the medieval version of Meryl Streep from The Devil Wears Prada. She's that chick, right?
Okay.
So like super well put together, extra cranky for like no reason. And that cane that she kind of communicated with, for lack of a better term, it 1000% has a snake head on the top, like a gold, beautifully carved is the wrong word. What do you do when it's made out of gold?
Cast.
Cast.
Or
That.
or you're referring to, or if you're being really, really fancy, damascened.
I don't even know what that is. We're gonna say cast. It is a snake, like a cobra head. It's like Jafar's staff, only like not that evil.
Walking stick, not
It's
staff.
not a walking stick. It's like a staff. It's like a walking stick.
Oh, it is
you
a
know?
staff.
It's like a walking stick. It's like, or a cane rather, like the kind that like my dad has to help walk around. You know what I mean? It's not like a Gandalf walking stick. It's like a,
Yeah.
Get it.
And so she's sitting in the back of the wagon, just kind of holding it. Mike, you cast Detect Thoughts.
Yes.
Can you give me a brief rundown on what that allows you to do? You get surface level thoughts, right?
As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts. So basically,
Who are you detecting thoughts on?
her.
Okay.
I mean, we know the other one's thoughts.
I was really hoping he was going to target them.
With an intelligence or higher, so I'm pretty sure I can't use it on the Genazis.
Okay, but it
sorry.
would not be as useful. So you get surface level thoughts from her.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out. I don't want to probe deeper because then she might notice.
Her surface level thoughts are that she's just irritated that they stopped. She's like, I'm on a timetable. I don't want to be out here in the woods or out here in the wide open. What if it
That's
rains?
fair.
She's like mad, but like not like mad. She's just, she's just drawn that way. You know what I mean?
She's just drawn that way.
That's profoundly silly. I love it.
So satisfying to see you, my lady.
Did you?
She just looks at you and gives you like this. She gives you like a look, and then kind of just nods to you, and then looks forward. Like she clearly acknowledged you, and then looked forward.
Since I'm tapped into her surface level thoughts, how did she respond into her?
React to
I want to
Talia
make
being
it very
a
clear: the dungeon master is aware that Marie said her S's extra long, as though to be like snaky. I understood. She was like, "Why that lady talking like that?" Was her her surface thoughts are, "Why does she talk like that? Does she have a lisp?" And it was like kind of, and then it trailed off into vaguely disrespectful, but also like that's what country folk be like. Was her
Okay.
if you were hoping that her surface level thoughts would be another one of my people, hail Hydra, no, none of that. It was all pure disdain and disrespect.
Okay.
But also like whatever she said hello, that's nice, I guess. You know. Disdain is actually the right word. It's just disdain. Like
And to cleanse my palate, I will actually scan the surface thoughts of what are they, bro and bo?
Dro and Dax.
Dro and Dax. And the answer is nothing. There are no surface thoughts.
It's a whole lot of nothing.
Just a whole lot.
Just the best himbos. The best
They're not
himbos.
even thinking about their workout routine. They're not even thinking about how it's
Right now, no. Right now.
They're going to pump
Not,
you up.
not even like bet I could bench that tree over there.
Nope, not even. They are okay, so you get whispers of you get whispers when you go to, I mean, because it is a magic spell. When you look at their surface level thoughts, you are struck by how dumb they are, just because you really just kind of get like the echo. You're like, whoa. This is like supernaturally stupid dudes. However,
well, hold on. It's if it was supernaturally stupid, I would take a note and be like, are they magically influenced?
No, they are. Okay, Michael.
Being
I want to be very
facetious.
clear. These guys are mega dumb.
There's a difference between mega dumb
I know.
and a spell
Okay.
cast to make them mega dumb.
I should understand the difference between making a joke and being a dungeon master. They are not supernaturally dumb, but they may as well be.
Okay,
And
cool.
so you do the detect thoughts and you skim over the top of their mind, and it echoes like a cave, and you hear vague. We got to get this lady to the city so we can get something to eat.
Okay.
Flex. That's it. That's like literally all of it, and it just echoes.
I like to think that they actually, when they thought the word flex, it wasn't actually the word flex. It was just a flex emoji in their head.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's just emojis. Just, you know. So, so after a few moments, you have continued down the road a little bit farther, and they are well out of sight. And let me rearrange the map a little bit. For whatever reason, Penelope is like on the ground, and we're just gonna pretend like she's in there. It makes my life so much easier.
She's just getting dragged along. It's fine.
I end concentration of my spell. Just
I approve of that. We're gonna group them.
I take a rest and eat a sandwich.
And you're that little hill that was kind of in between you, right? Is after you can no longer see them, you hear a crash from their direction.
Row. Should we go after him?
I'm gonna stop the horses.
I think it's a
Do
great
we want to
idea.
send like a scouting party just to kind of peek over? I don't want to like turn us all around and then have to turn back unless we have to.
I mean, that's fair as heck. So how do we wanna do this? Because I can help. Always down to help. But I probably shouldn't go by myself. I am small.
Maybe, and I'll like look at Pin and be like, send the rogue. It's a little stealthier.
I mean, I think that's great.
You think?
I
For the
mean,
rock guy?
I mean, this
Oh.
is just to peek over the hill to see what's going on. If we have to, the whole group will go. But I don't want to like take 5 minutes to turn the horses around.
Sure.
and I mean, that's fair. So however you guys want to handle this, I'm down. Point me in a direction and say, go that way, Vera. And that's what I'll do.
Oh.
They'll just look at you and be like, go that way, Vera.
Which
Hey.
Sorry.
and Rory checkpoint. And
I clicked on Talia and I messed up the whole group.
That's all right. You guys get. Well, I mean, it's on. I think I ungrouped you. Did I ungroup you? Let me.
Yeah,
You guys
we
should
did.
be
We
able
can
to
all
move
move.
around.
Yeah, Oh, okay. Because when I move, everything seems to move, then it falls
So
backwards.
as
Okay.
you crest over the top of the hill, you see that Dro and Dax are. You see Dro and Dax facing off against three creatures. Two of them strange beetles, and one
Not bees?
what? No,
Not bees?
Bee
Okay, not bees.
trolls.
Okay.
And one of them a hulking humanoid form made of stone. It is worth mentioning. Not a genasi. Very clearly different. This is a hulking humanoid made of stone. Whoops.
Oh.
And I accidentally made them go away. That was by accident. Hold on.
I do something very Tally right now.
Uh-oh,
First
should we
I-
be afraid?
First, I need
Or
to
excited?
not- first, I need to not disappear. We're gonna zoom to fit for the battleground. Okay, so Tali and Pin are at the top of the hill. I will give the two of you one action before we roll initiative and start stuff, unless you decide to leave Dro and Dax to their own devices. At which point, we don't need to roll initiative at all.
No, I definitely need to help our himbos.
Okay.
I'm so calling them that the next time they're together. All right, I'm gonna go run back and tell the group what we
Okay.
see,
Do it.
so as not to alert. So I'm gonna run back. Let me see if I grab. Is this gonna let me grab? I gotta.
But like,
change.
use your.
I'm gonna be like stealthily, like do my roguey, like
Yeah.
being quiet and like
So then
sneakily.
make a stealth check then.
Come. Yes. 23.
Okay.
So
So stealthy.
So you were
She
very
has
sneaky.
disappeared.
poof. Okay. And I'm gonna tell them we've seen the two insects and the stone creature,
Okay.
rock creature.
So, Talia, are you gonna undo all of that stealth?
Yep.
Oh no.
That sounds about right.
I'm counting squares. One moment, please.
There
But,
is a
Okay, at least I'm giving you
tool.
guys a fair warning to start this thing.
If you click on the measuring tool on the left, you can actually just drag it, and it'll count the squares for you.
Oh, nice.
Just remember to click the select button at the top.
Okay.
So, for sake of giving you an idea as to what's going on, it looks like there's a bunch of like overturned rocks and soil around the side of the road, and it looks like a small boulder crashed into the side of the wagon, shattering one of the wheels. That may have been what the crash was. Okay, Talia, how are you gonna undo that stealth?
So I'm moving 30 feet, and then I'm going to yell, "Hey, D-Bros, do you need some help, or can I watch?"
Yeah, help. This big rock thing is big. It's worth mentioning now that you can see it is that this humanoid rock thing is about 20 feet tall.
Oh,
It is
okay, go.
quite big. In fact, I should probably make it bigger.
I would assume that as soon as Pin comes back to us and says, like, "Hey, yo, there's some stuff going on," we all
You might have heard me
we
yell.
all- in that just to be like, "Okay, we need to go help," and then head over.
This is a very, very large rock monster. Okay, so now we're gonna roll initiative.
Right, let's go.
Percy,
And while we're rolling initiative, thank you for watching, Mega Mom. As per usual.
Nice.
God, man.
Okay, so who won?
I haven't rolled yet.
I was gonna say we're still waiting on 2 rolls. Now we just need Preston.
Smart mouth to just.
Preston is up
Mike,
there.
was that? I was gonna say, is that
it's a
his?
9.
Mike, is that your initiative?
Okay, so Vera, then Pin, and then Talia, then Preston, and then Rory. And then all right. So at the top of the order is Vera. What are you gonna do?
This never happens. Like,
I know
I
it's
never
wild.
get to go first. It's
I know.
wild. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. All right. What I want to do is I need to get that pointer going. Ah, here we go. For measurement. I am going to go here. Oh, what the heck?
So you
I
got
cannot move myself.
Yeah,
No, it's okay. I measured it. I know where I want to go. But if I select myself, I'm going to select everything.
It only does it momentarily, and then it all goes back to where it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay. That's fine. All right. So
I was
I will be
doing-
right
yeah.
here. I can't go anywhere else. That's as far as I can move. And I'm not able to be any more effective than that.
Okay.
You can
So that
use your
is
action
my
to do your
entire-
movement, though, right?
What's that?
You can use your action to like double your movement, though, if you want to
Oh,
get
you're
over there.
right.
Yeah. So this is a good opportunity to remind our players of the dash action.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Since we're far away and can't do much.
Meow.
Run.
All right. Vera ran. She did a thing.
Good job, Bessie.
Vera, run.
Thanks,
Pin.
Bestie.
Pin, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna move forward, and then I'm gonna use my bow and shoot at somebody. Let me see how far I can get.
At
Why is that?
Dax. Maybe don't shoot at him. I feel
Nay,
like
don't
the-
shoot Dex. I'm just trying to. There we go. Is that?
Curse
nope,
you
it's
and
not
your
doing
sudden betrayal.
that. So I was here, so I can move one more square. All right. So it's being weird when I try to move. It's moving like the whole group and then bouncing them back. I don't know if everyone can see that. All right. Bows have a range of 100 feet, right? Am I remembering right?
Yes.
Your bow is 90.
It's 90. It is. So what you may want to do is, because you're a rogue, you have cunning action.
Yep.
So you can take, you can move, and then use your cunning action to take a dash action to get even closer to within range, and then use your action to attack.
Okay, I am going to do that. Let's see if it'll let me move. 25 feet closer. I'm going towards this buggy down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think that was 25 feet. It's being really ornery. Okay, good. And then I think that puts me in range of the lower buggy guy. Yep, 80 feet. Perfect. So I'm going to shoot at that lower buggy guy. So let me see if I can hit the broadside of a bug.
Okay, that was good. I like that.
I get 1 for the game. I don't think I'm hitting him with the 9.
No, you do not.
Can't hit the broadside of a bug today, sorry. At least not this
so
turn.
You shoot, and it hits the side of the bug. So you actually, your aim is true. You hit the side of it, and the arrow just kind of breaks.
Oh.
Darn exoskeleton.
Next, well, bugs. So, this bug moves forward. Whoa. So it is worth mentioning that these bugs are horse-sized
Oh,
bugs.
jeez.
So the first one walks up to Dro and takes a bite at him with weird-looking mandibles. And Dro is able to deftly backhand the mandibles away and is not affected. This bug moves here and takes a bite out of the wagon. And the woman who is sitting inside the wagon shrieks in absolute terror as it bites kind of next to where she was sitting. And she is able to kind of, as just out of sheer surprise, just kind of like rolls a little bit towards the front of the wagon in response to that. And then comes the big guy. He steps forward and takes a massive swing at Dax and hits him. And he takes a considerable amount of damage.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
But takes the hit, kind of leans backwards, and then just steps forward. He is hurt, but not bloody. Next up is Talia.
Okay. See how stupid I'm gonna be.
I don't know how stupid you're going to be. That's
Oh, I'm going to. All right, wait. Let me get out my measuring tool here.
This is you. This is Talia.
Oh, perfection. Okay. I'm going to hysterically use my menacing attack. I'm going to try to hit the big rock dude. I'm going to expend one of my superiority die. I expend one superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and the target has to make a wisdom saving throw. And if he fails, he's frightened of me.
Oh my.
So, all right, that is 4.
And so it needs to make, you said, what kind of save?
A wisdom save.
Okay.
13.
So you hit it.
Okay.
But your, by nature of the fact that it is the size of like a house, But your weapon is not able to break through it's not able to break through its thick natural armor.
So no damage.
No, you are not able to do the damage.
All right, so then I can't do the menacing attack.
Correct. But
Okay.
my understanding, and and this will be the call on the field, and we confirm this in between, is that you decide to use that die after you hit. So, like, you still have it for later use.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like, I think for next time you hit, and then you can use the superiority die. We'll confirm in that. Okay. So next is Preston.
All right. Preston will. Come on, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Truffles came right along with me. I am going to drop a label on the big guy. I am within range.
Okay.
D20 go. 20.
That is good enough to hit.
Pew. I do 8 points of flame damage.
He takes that flame. The giant earth elemental takes that 8 flame damage, and is you see like one of the rocks, kind of on its back, is pretty singed. You did some damage.
All right, good.
Looks at you, and you can see like these two kind of gaping, really its eye sockets are just empty and hollow, and it just kind of looks at you, and it's not showing an emotion, but right now it's giving how dare. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm hoping that the good solid 90 feet between us is just enough that I don't get hit by a boulder.
Sure. Upon completing your turn, the golem moves towards you.
Wait, what?
Batman.
How much for that 90 feet?
Next is Rory.
Alrighty. I am just going to move myself. Full movement and dash action because that is all I can do. Because
Okay.
the hill would get in the way of me trying to do anything sidewise. So I am now at the top of the hill, and that is my turn.
Okay. Okay. Mike, why don't you just roll those dice to me?
Oh, diviner feature.
Oh,
I have
okay.
2 d20s that I can store.
Oh, yeah, a 6 and a 5.
Forgot to
Got it. Good, that's fair. I get it. At the end of Rory's turn, the golem turns to Preston, reaches his hand into the ground, lifts a large ball of dirt, and two-hand just slams it at you. Michael, what is your armor class?
As a reaction, I put up a shield.
Okay.
My armor class is
Shielded
now,
armor class?
My armor class is now 15.
Okay. So he throws, as he throws, you'll notice that there's a significant amount of he clearly thought this rock monster clearly thought it had a boulder. What really it has is just a lump of sod and soil and whatever. And he throws like he was throwing a boulder, and as it flies at you, it disintegrates. You are pelted with pebbles and dirt and a sod just a big old piece of sod just hits you right in the face. You take 1 point of damage. But it hits you in the face and just slides off. I would like you to think that you feel disrespected right now. Like, he didn't even throw a rock at you. He just threw dirt at you.
The fact that it got through, he threw it strong enough that it went through my shield to hit my face. Yeah. My current status effect is disrespected.
All right, that's fair. I don't know what disrespected does. You can decide. Okay, next is the bros. So the bro with an axe. Let's see here. Let me actually make him live in his 5-foot square because this is irritating me. He moves towards one of the horse-sized beetles that took a bite out of his wagon, and two-handed axe he tenses up noticeably, and when he tenses up noticeably, he grows in size by a little bit. He looks like he's a little angry. I mean, he doesn't ask to rage, but he does. And just right down with his giant two-handed axe, you do
My
notice
favorite himbo.
as he raises his axe, you notice that he flexes a little bit, and then right down over the top of on top of the bug, and he strikes true, and it takes many damage, and it actually is cleaved in twain.
Wow.
So this bug just kind of, that was an impressive set of die rolls for him. The unarmed one.
So is this one Dro or Dax?
Dax is the one with the axe.
Okay, so Dax is the axe. Got it.
Dro is the unarmed one, and he gives a swift kick to the side of face of a bug. He is able to connect, but you don't notice. It doesn't look like it does a lot of damage. He connects, and it moves, but it's still there. Now we go to the top of the order. Vera, what are you doing?
Probably moving again. I thought I was muted, so I was going over to unmute myself and then realized I would have muted myself again. Because that's the kind of day I'm having. Okay, I'm going to come and move my cute little butt. Yeah.
The X means it's dead, in case you didn't know.
Thank you.
I just wanted to help.
I can't do too much. So I did my regular move action, and then I dashed, and that's as far as I got. So I'm just going to keep on moving on my tiny little halfling legs. Away we go.
Y'all got to get her like boots of speed or something. You're going to a big city. You might be able to buy magic items there.
True. They have to be fabulous.
Well, in the city, of course, we'll find fabulous boots.
We'll bedazzle them if they're not. It's fine.
You know me.
We've got time. We can craft while we
can do arts and crafts.
Wagon.
Are we going to talk about the arts and crafts while the giant stone golem is throwing dirt at your window?
I mean,
don't worry about it.
We can multitask for
Next
women.
is Pin. So
Nice.
That's why Preston's got dirt on his face. All right, next.
All right.
Pin. Talia, you're up soon.
I'm going to see if I can hit the broadside of the stone golem thing. So, let's see.
It ain't hard to hit him.
Oh, will 20 do to hit him?
As a matter of fact, it does.
All right. So.
And yes, for those of you that have played Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you can absolutely, as Mega Mom suggested, you can imagine this to look like a stone talus. I'll allow it. And if you don't know what that is, you can Google it, and you'll know what it is. But it's really just a humanoid pile of rocks.
All right. 4 big old points of damage to the stone guy.
You hit him. He looks at you. It looks at you with these, hollow sockets, and moves towards you.
Can I try and go hide?
You can.
Or is it too late for that?
Technically, you can. I didn't.
Okay.
I should have waited until the end of your turn to do that. So if you want to scramble time a little bit, it's fine. As Mega Mom said, you did hit the broadside of a boulder.
I did hit the broadside of a boulder. I'm gonna try to find a little place to hide with the rocks and things on a 21. Gonna try to kind of come over here if I'm able
Sure.
to.
Yeah, you can. I'll
Since I
allow
didn't
that.
move yet. Cool. I'm gonna kind of come over this little outcrop right here.
Yep,
Hide my
okay.
little tush.
Hiding on a 22.
21,
As you get
in case it
or hiding
matters.
on a 21, sure. As you get behind it, everyone who is watching the elemental notices that it doesn't quite get like a question mark above its head, but like it's a little worried. Like, where did it go?
Oh, it has
Where did
object
it go?
permanence problems.
Where did it go? But it still moved in that direction. Because
Fair.
it doesn't know any better. Talia, you're up. You gonna wrestle an elemental? Is that what we're doing?
No, Talia is a battle master, so
Okay.
wasting her resources seems stupid. All right. Well, that's a lost cause, so I'm. I'll hit the bug.
Okay. Probably want to move a little bit closer.
That's as close as I can move to the bug.
Oh, this is your full movement? Did I just move everyone?
Yes.
Oh, shit. You guys are still.
So
I'm
that's what we've been telling you is happening.
I didn't notice that. Okay, well, I ungroup you. I didn't notice it. I'm producing a show.
What?
This is hard. I need to get some devices for this.
Oh, damn. Talia's just going to stand there and look pretty.
So you swing your sword at the bug, and it is worth mentioning that you hit its shell, and it feels like you hit steel. It's real weird. Real weird. Next is Preston. Dirt covered Preston. Standing like in a pile, like he's like in a pile of dirt right now. You can sit, not affecting you in any way, but you're definitely in a pile of dirt.
I will not choose to be optimal. I will fire for effect. So my action is to advance.
Okay.
1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, hold on. I need to check my range. Retro.
You can decide not to do that if you want.
I am suspiciously not within the range that I thought I was. So instead of that, that rock elemental will take, will feel the thunder as I launch a chromatic sphere set to thunder at him.
Okay.
Because, last time it was lightning. This time it'd be the thunder. Oh, wait, did I still set to GM? Okay, it's still set to GM, but will you count that roll of a 12?
Yeah, I will. I'll allow the 12.
So 17.
Okay, you hit it with a ball of thunder.
Yeah. Let's see.
Is it making like a dex save or?
Nope, because I hit it.
Okay.
I do 8 points of thunder damage.
Okay, it takes that thunder damage. You notice that the thunder damage is effective. In fact, it is extra effective.
Oh, it's super effective? Yeah. Good to know.
Okay. Next is Rory.
Okie dokie. Since I am.
He definitely
What?
looks at you, Preston, by the way.
Oh, okay. I am within range, so I'm going to shoot it with my bow. And remind me again what that is. Is it just a d20 and proficiency modifier?
You're shooting it?
Yeah, shooting it.
So it is.
Oh, no. It's the attack bonus. Just kidding. I had a dirt moment. Sorry.
It's okay.
26.
Okay. That's good enough to hit.
Remember to add your cause.
Okay, so 9 points from my arrow, and then I'm going to send my ravens after it as well, which I believe is just 1d6. Yeah. Extra 6 points.
Okay.
So 15 points of damage.
You shot it with an arrow. It's real. It is. You notice that it looks at you, and then moves towards you.
Hey.
This far.
Yickety.
Okay.
Bestie,
What?
careful.
Next. Oh wait. What? Are you actually asking if you can go to the bathroom?
No, I said be careful. I was
Oh.
saying bestie,
It's the
careful.
best to be careful.
Oh, I thought you said. I don't know what I heard.
It's okay, don't worry about it, buddy. It's fine. No worries.
It's a weird
I would have
thing.
put my hand up and said, DM, I have to use the potty or something like that.
Okay.
So we could do my nonverbal cue. You put your hand on your head. That's so you don't have to interrupt anything.
Next.
I don't do that because they're waving hands at me. Sorry.
Next, oh crap. Oh no, I need to ungroup them.
That earth elemental's got Genasi on its boot.
Okay, so he's like right there. Dax rolls up on that, and again, 2 hands up. Two hands up. You swear he's flexing when he puts his arms like that, and then it brings down the axe. He hits the elemental. Definitely hurts. And the elemental turns to him as soon as he is finished and attacks with his same 2 overhand attacks. And hits him. And Dax falls to the ground.
Oh,
No.
boy.
Like a bag of rocks, no less.
I'm going to mark him as red. Because he is on the ground. Next.
Bestie, help.
And then the
I'm on my way.
unarmed bro, I'm going to move him so he is in his 5-foot square. He swings at the beetle and gives it a nice little roundhouse kick. Hits it. I don't know where my die went. And also does some more damage. Kicks it right across its face. Just disrespectful with the foot slap right across the face. It was just rude. Just rude. Next is Vera.
You just muted yourself, honey.
I did.
No, Vera did.
Then she
I did nothing. You saw nothing.
I
Nothing happened.
ain't seen nothing.
Nobody saw anything. I panicked because I was sitting here and I was like, "What's happening?" And I was muted because, yeah, of course, I have to try to keep myself muted in this basement where there's like a zillion other people running around. So after all that, I feel like I need to go and help my buddy, who is kind of down for the count. Bestie, how you feeling? You need a heal first, or you okay?
Nope, I'm okay. Go help him.
All right, that's the plan. Let me go run over and do that real quick. I need to check to see what I can do. Within 30 feet in front of me. Okay, cool. So what that means is I can actually stay where I am and heal my very good friend, the Himbro. Sorry, my bad.
Oh my goodness,
Had it right there. The Himbro.
That's what they are now.
I love
I'm calling
them.
in game.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's
you're
what I
good.
love them so much. Okay, so I'm going to channel divinity to preserve life. As an action, I can restore 15 HP. So that is specifically just for this guy. I don't need to roll. I don't need to do anything. I can just say, you get 15 HP.
Okay. And he is healed.
Brilliant.
He is prone. You can tell that he is like kind of fading into consciousness after being healed.
You okay?
But well, I mean, he is. You can tell from the distance. You can tell that he is not dead.
Okay, well that's good. I'm very glad for that.
Yes. Next is Pin.
All right, I'm going to come out of my little hidey spot. And so let me see if I can move myself. So it's just going to be just a small movement. So I'm going to come out, and then I'm going to try to shoot at the big guy again.
Okay.
So +5. 23 to hit this time.
That's good enough.
And that will be for 4 points of damage.
Okay. He takes it. And you notice that he looks at you.
And I'm going to try to go, let's see, I can't hide in the same spot, can I? So just looking to see if there's another outcrop. I'm going to see if I...
Don't get the sense that there is another place that you can...
Yeah, I'm looking at that rock behind Preston. It probably is not sufficient.
Nope.
Nope.
Preston is not
All
big
right.
enough to hide behind, unfortunately.
Okay.
Next. This bug, Talia. This bug is coming after you. Takes a bite at you with its mandibles after you clanged off its shell. What's your armor class?
18.
It
Did
swings, it bites at you with its weird mandibles, and you deftly interpose your shield. It kind of bites down on your shield.
Don't have a shield.
Wait, you don't have a shield?
Don't have a shield.
You put your sword in the way, then. You don't have a shield. You put your sword in the way.
Bosses carry shields. I have 2 swords.
Okay. Well, you put a sword in the way and parried its face deftly.
I have a question.
What?
You moved the bug. Did it move out of range of Dro?
I am fully aware of what I did.
Okay.
But thank you.
I'm just saying attacks of opportunity exist.
Unless it disengages.
Well, you didn't say it disengaged.
I don't necessarily have to say everything. But thank you. So you parried its face and did not take damage. Next is Preston. Wait, no. Next is Talia. Because Talia didn't actually do anything other than parry. Talia, go ahead.
If I did a quick, I guess that would still be an action. Yeah, I'll use my extra action to try that. Does its belly look the same as its top?
Hard to say because like the wings kind of like it'd be really hard to get at its belly without tipping it over.
Okay. I would like to try to use athletics to tip that bastard on his back.
Okay, so
Might be grapple.
That's a grapple thing, and that's fine.
Okay.
So so the way grappling works, very familiar with grappling. You first you roll like an attack roll to like touch it, and then once you do that, then you need
Ocean's
to
sake.
retire. Well, I mean, you need to like I don't know, like turn a cup
I mean,
upside
real
down.
dice don't hate me like this, but
So okay, so because this is theatrically appropriate, I will give you one more chance to roll because you did parry its face. So I'll give you advantage on stunning it. There we go. So you touched it. Now we're going to have a opposed strength check. And I will do this live so that the audience can even see it. If you win, then you are grappling it and can thus flip it over so that theoretically you could kill it. You could see its underbelly. So let's do this.
You got this, Telly. Oh, he got the 2. I thought that was you.
Well, you beat the bug. What did you roll? What was your other die? Was
I rolled a 12 and a 5, so technically I'm being the first.
You definitely beat the bug. So you grappled it. So I am fudging numbers for my players, and I'm loving every bit of it. So you beat the so the way that it works, you touched it, grappled it, you put it in as much of a headlock as you can possibly put a like beetle ladybug thing, and tip it right over. As soon as it's over, you notice that its underside is soft and squishy and gross. Very different from the basically steel shell on the other side. And as it rolls over on its side, it just starts like freaking out, doing this thing, trying to, like bugs do, because it's on its back. You get the sense that that's probably not going to last for long.
I'm gonna use my extra action and stab this thing in the stomach.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm gonna try anyway. Stop declaring crap.
Advantage
Oh, for
because
God's
it's prone.
sake!
Advantage because it's prone.
It is prone.
You can't even smash the dice.
Yeah, there you go.
It is prone, so you do get an attack, and you do hit it. So now you can roll your damage.
Okay. Five.
Listen, it has been taking damage. So as you sink your sword into its soft, gooey, buggy underbelly, you see it's fighting to get on its back, off of its back, ceases as it kind of collapses a little bit into the ground, and like gross ichor kind of flows out from where you stabbed it. And it just kind of, sinking is not the right word, but it's certainly not trying to get up anymore. And both
Gross.
of the bugs have now been eliminated. Next is Preston, followed by Rory.
If you will forgive me some theatrics, as Preston is wont to do, I will now advance. The verbal for this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war and punch the ground as I cast Maximilian's Earthen Possum.
Okay.
As opposed to a hand. And I will conjure a medium-sized possum that will proceed to grapple the Earth Elemental. Your stone giant must make a strength check or be restrained.
What is this? Here's my question. What is this possum made out of? You said it's stone?
Yes.
Okay, so it's got to make a strength check?
No, it has to make a strength saving throw against DC 14.
Okay, so
and by the way,
go ahead.
Since did he proceed to save? Did he succeed in his save?
Well, your possum grabs him, trying to hold it in place. The golem seems to pass right through the stone hand as though it was unaffected by it.
Like it's no effect.
Yes.
Okay.
It's almost like you can't grapple a elemental with rocks when one of its supernatural abilities is the ability to pass through stone at will.
Yeah.
So you declared thumb war, and then he won.
Yep.
Next,
I looked at that.
Alrighty, I'm gonna shoot him again. Do I technically have advantage since Dax is opposite him?
No.
Flanking? No. Okay.
That's only for melee, and also Dax is
doesn't matter anyway.
okay. Also, Dax is prone, so He can't.
Oh, that's fair. I forgot he hasn't gotten up yet. All right, so 6 and 2, so 8 points of damage.
Okay. He is hit, and he looks at you with his hollow eyes, and reaches behind him to find a rock to throw at you, and picks up
Rude.
Dax and throws Dax at you. What is your armor class?
My armor class is 15.
He hits you with Dax.
I would like to interrupt. I will use my diviner's feature, and the earth elemental just rolled a 5.
Okay, so he misses you with Dax.
But Dax is still thrown.
But Dax is still thrown, and he lands back here in the dirt, face first. And he is not moving.
Oh no. I would have braced his fall.
Next is Dro, and he just moves over and is checking on this, at this point, hysterical lady. Like, she is in a fetal position in the corner of the wagon, like unwell with fear. Because it's not every day you see horse-sized beetles and a giant rock man. She's used to regular-sized rock men. Next is Vera.
I didn't screw it up this time. I remembered that I was muted, and here we go. Every once in a while, I do stuff right. Okay.
I think it's a little
So-
more often than every once in a while. I just want to say out loud. I think it's
I
at
appreciate
least
you.
half the time.
At least half. Okay, I'll allow that. I'll allow that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon, which, as a refresher for anyone that needs to be refreshed, is I get to create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration or until I cast the spell again.
My question for you is, what does your spectral weapon look like?
It's a mace.
Okay.
So it's a 60-foot range, so I'm just going to stay right where I am, and I'm going to go ahead and roll that, because I do not want to be anywhere near this rock monster. This thing is terrifying, genuinely.
It's hard to argue
All
with
right.
that.
Like, I am deeply afraid. Okay. Nice. Not bad.
Where did you put the mace?
Oh, it's just kind of floating around me in a circle.
Okay. So you can. It's worth mentioning that you can move it, and
That's cool.
I'm gonna put that under your control.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. I am shocked at myself that I know it's kind of hammer looking, but that's pretty impressive to just have on hand.
No, it's good. It's good. I like it. I like it. I'll allow it.
It's got pink. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Next
All right.
is-
So,
Okay.
hold on. I rolled to hit.
Okay.
I got a 23. Is that enough?
That is good enough to hit. Yes.
Awesome. Wanted to be sure. Didn't want to jump the gun. I smoke him for 9 damage.
Okay. He takes the damage.
Nice.
All right. That's it. That's me.
Okay. And it looks at you. And takes a step forward.
Oh no, I made a terrible grievous error.
Next is Pin.
All right. I am going to just step up just a smidge and attempt to shoot my bow at this guy. Let's see. 23 to hit.
That's good enough.
And I put a book on top of my stats. 6, okay. With how full my brain is, I don't trust myself to remember numbers these days. 9 points of damage, please.
Okay. You deal the damage. Okay. And it moves towards you. Next is the creature. you see it kind of look around in its surroundings. Sees you guys, looks to the other side, and sees that Talia just like wrecked his beetle friend. And you see him sink into the ground.
Oh, I don't like
Oh.
this.
Oh dear.
Vera, you can take an attack of opportunity if you want.
Smacky smacky?
If you
Okay.
want.
I mean, I can give it a shot. We'll see. Yeah. I can do that. I might not hit him, but okay. That was a shockingly good.
You hit him.
That was shockingly good.
So you whack him right across the face as he starts to move into the ground.
That's impressive. Did I hit him with my spiritual mace?
So technically, that kind of.
Or did I hit him
does
with my
its own-
actual
You
mace?
hit it with your actual mace, because the spiritual
That is
weapon
A-okay.
Its own like kind of.
I figured. That's okay. Okay, I hit him for 3.
Okay. You hit him right across the face. Like
I
it's
did
kinda
12
like
damage in 1 turn.
It's kind of like a white glove, like.
How dare you, sir?
My personal canon is that Vera's mace is actually a spoon.
Maybe.
So, okay, so he sinks into the earth and vanishes.
Are we considered out of combat?
I don't know.
Um,
Are you?
Can I move?
I am not holding you to. If you guys want to just move around freely, you're certainly welcome.
Okay, then I'm gonna run over to Dax and cast Cure Wounds.
No effect.
Ah!
Oh.
At all?
It had
Huh.
no effect.
All right.
Bestie?
Yeah, I think it's time. Give me a sec. Oh man. Don't worry, I'm on my way. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring my hammer too. There we go. And we're just gonna hang out there. Don't mind the hammer.
I mean,
Nobody
as long
look at
as
the
you
hammer.
as long as you maintain concentration, you get to keep it for a minute. So.
Nice. We'll just hang out there for now. Okay. So your cure wounds didn't work. I wonder if mine will. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds, which is my more advanced spell. Does it have any effect? Can I roll to see how much I heal for? Or is he dead?
You do not notice any visible effect. Can I get a heal check?
Yes. Yes, you can. So medicine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's medicine now. My bad. I'm like.
No,
3
you're
editions
good.
old.
You're good.
I'm like 3 editions old.
You're fine. I knew what you meant. All right, I got a 15.
This dude is dead. I would like everyone, and I say, and I mean everyone in the area, to make a perception check, including Talia. I know you're far away. You get one too.
I'm at 16.
Remind me. Previous plot submission. Have any of you died before?
Me.
No.
You have advantage on this perception check.
Okay.
I rolled heckin' high.
Talia, the all-knowing today.
Y'all are
Can't hit
definitely
the broadside of a boulder, but I.
So
you're
I got
extra perceptive.
a 24 the first time.
Okay. Yes. So, where's Preston's roll? Where'd you do? 15?
16.
Okay. So, Preston, you're missing these details. But everybody else rolled crazy high. You're a bunch of ninjas. You, all of you. This is not really noticing. This is perceiving. This is kind of like not something that you're seeing with your eyes or feeling or hearing, but you notice that there is an energy about Dax's body, and you start to slowly see him fading away. Rory, you absolutely know what is happening. And so you start to see him starting to fade, and if you're right on top of him, he after seeing kind of like this kind of light glow, and Talia, you even are able to perceive it from where you are, because it kind of domes out a little bit. If you're right on top of him, you start to see him fading out, almost like he is dissipating, which means something to three of you. Everybody else, he's going somewhere. He just ain't walking.
He's fine, guys. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. It's okay.
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 As he starts to fade, Dro runs over as fast as he can. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where did he go?
He'll be okay. I promise.
But I saw him get thrown at you. Did you catch him?
No, the guy didn't aim very well.
So did he throw him into the ground? So he just starts digging.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sweet summer child. That's not where he is.
So where did he go?
Above game. Where do people go when they?
Oh, he's probably gonna show up at a nearby temple, probably in Wave.
Okay, I knew a temple. I just didn't know if there was a specific one.
More likely than not, it will be the temple in Wavecrest, unless there is a random one closer by that you are unaware of. But the one that you're aware of is Wavecrest. He'll be there in a couple of days, to your understanding.
Yeah, that I knew. Okay, he'll be okay. If you bring this weird lady back to town, your brother will probably meet you at the temple in a day or two. But he'll be okay. I promise.
So he went like on a walk?
Kind of.
This is confusing. So he's okay.
I know. It's okay.
He went for a walk.
He will be okay. He is okay. He's just not okay right now. But he will be okay in town when you get there.
So he went to town.
Yes.
We're supposed to watch this lady together. And so he just gets up and walks off. And he's walking over to meet the wagon lady. Who is Talia? You can see her. She is less freaked out because it sounds like combat is over, but she's still like, I don't know how, she's displeased, but a little more calm than she was a few moments ago. And so you see him walking over to her, and he's kind of fussing around about the wagon. He doesn't really have much of a... You don't get the sense that he has any idea what he's doing fixing wagons, but he's going to try. Like lifting the corner of it.
I love him so much.
Bless.
It's my favorite himbo in the whole world.
Someone find him a square wheel. It'll be fine.
My God.
Sweet creature.
So what do you do?
That's a good question.
Can anybody help with this wheel before we go? Just in case Rock Lobster comes back.
Rock Lobster. We just have another cookout, fam.
Oh, goodness.
Fine.
All right. Do we have any kind of tools that we can do to try to, or like, I don't know, do these wagons have spares?
Yeah.
One would think we need a spare tire.
With little things that say Jeep Girl.
I mean,
there isn't a spare wagon wheel.
I mean, I had to ask. That'd be too easy.
There isn't a spare wagon wheel on their wagon. However, your wagon does have a spare wheel.
That seems prudent, right?
Yeah. I mean, we can also potentially take the broken wheel with us and bring it to town and
Oh.
see if we can
I
get
like
it fixed.
that. Yeah.
That's a
It'd
good
be
idea.
our
Maybe we
spare.
can repair it on the way, or see if we can at least make a, something that'll get us along if we have our own issues.
I love that.
Hey, Amanda,
Okay.
Brilliant.
What cantrips did you take?
What cantrips did I take? That's a good question. I don't know. What cantrips did I take? I don't have cantrips. I didn't take any bloody cantrips at all. Never mind.
So you
2
can have-
seconds. I'll take my damn cantrips.
There is one called mending.
I was gonna
You
say,
happen to have
take
it.
mending.
If you have mending, you can just fix it.
You,
You have
in
been
fact,
attacked.
you have big mending energy.
Brilliant. Yeah, I have mending for sure. Yeah, definitely. It's always been there. 100%.
I don't play a cleric without it, so I'm not even mad. So if you want to have mending and use mending, you can actually fix the wagon.
All right. Let's
Well,
just do that.
It would take you in order to get it functional, it would take you about 5 minutes to be able to kind of fix the wagon and then reattach it. If you wanted to bring it back to pristine shape, it would take a couple of hours. But to get it to roll, 5 minutes.
Okay. Let's just do it.
Okay. Do what?
Let's mend it and
Yeah, are you
make
gonna
it go.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you were doing the pristine option or the make it roll option.
No, I feel like making it roll is probably better than nothing. How far away from town are we at this point, though?
About a
I
half
think
hour.
30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine. They can just actually get it mended when we get there.
Yeah, they probably
That's fair.
could.
Yeah, I feel like it's fine.
Okay. So you spend about 5 minutes. During that time, I'm presuming that folks are vigilant, watching for the rock lobster, apparently, as we were calling it, and you do not sense anything. It appears that you chased it off.
Okay. I'm gonna head back to the wagon just to kind of hang out with the wagon, so it's not abandoned.
Sure.
Tend the
Wagon's
horses.
fine.
Yeah, tend to the horses, make sure they didn't get spooked. Give them some sugar.
You get the sense that the horses were not pleased, but they're good horses and they didn't leave, largely because I didn't want to move the wagon. They were saved by my laziness.
Hey, whatever works.
Efficiency. Saved by your efficiency.
By my efficiency. So after 5 minutes of repairing the wagon, the Dro is takes up a spot right next to the wagon, no longer flanking it forward and back. He's right next to it, putting his hand on the cart as they start to move down the road. And before they go too far, the lady turns around and taps her cane on the back of the wagon, looking at Vera, and tosses a small pouch, like a green velvet pouch, towards you.
Oh. Hey, thank you.
She nods and then turns around and sits.
I don't like that this lady doesn't talk.
This
You know
feels-
what? I used to know a woman like her. It's not that she doesn't like us, it's that she doesn't like anybody. And that's okay. Sometimes people just don't like people.
I mean, fair. I don't either.
Yeah, but you have me. I get to be your mouthpiece most of the time. See, if you don't have a me, then you just end up salty and nobody really knows what you're talking about, or
And
that you
just
want to
Tap a
talk.
cane at people.
Well, her way of tapping a cane at people was throwing us a velvet pouch of goodies. That's
Yeah,
Gratitude.
It sounded like coin, and among other things, as it hit the ground.
that's nice. I'll put that in my bag of holding.
Are you gonna look at it?
Well,
You
yeah.
might want to look at it first
Okay,
before we
so
throw a
in
random pouch.
In it is an amount of gold pieces and a necklace.
An amount of gold pieces and a necklace. Okay.
I mean,
Nice.
are you gonna stop and count it? I mean, it's more than you can count just by eye.
No. No,
It's a
it's fine. I'll count it
reasonable
later.
You can count it while we're sitting in the wagon.
Yes. Will it take me half an hour to count it?
No.
Okay, I'll just do it in the wagon.
No, it's not. I mean, she didn't like yeet like a giant person-sized bag. It's just
I was
the
just
pouch.
being.
Okay, it is an amount of, so it's more than you can count just by looking at it. You know how sometimes you can just
Fair.
look at like
You can't
pile of
supetize
change?
the number. It's fine. You
What?
can't supetize it. It's fine.
I don't even know what that
Is it-
Thanks,
means.
Pete.
That's the fancy word when you can look at a quantity and instantly know the amount.
Yeah, no.
So like when you
can't
look at
do
a dice and there are 6 pips and you know that's 6 instantly. That is
Oh, okay.
supetizing. That is your math lesson for today. Thank you.
I learned something today.
Me
What
too.
happens? That's the word of the day is supetize.
Supetize.
They supetized. You supetized the number of earth elementals. That might be,
That's true.
That might be the title of this week's episode. So, she, like I said, she threw the coin down. She threw the bag down. And her and Dro are off, moving in the distance with their repaired wagon. It's moving a little choppier than you think she might like, but at least it's moving. Excuse me. And they are, within a few moments, the two of them are off in the distance. And you do not, and they are, you don't see him anymore.
Okay then. Well, we did a good deed.
Mm-hmm. That was
So
important to stop.
it was. I think that everybody might have gotten really hurt if we didn't. So
Mhm. Oh, for sure.
okay.
All right, moving on.
All right, everybody pile in that wagon.
Away we go.
And away we go.
All right. Where's our wagon? There it is.
I need a
There we
sandwich.
go.
to get out.
Damage.
So after all of you kind of pile into the wagon, I should probably get rid of Jax because his body is gone. So after after you all pile back into the wagon, the remainder, that was very early morning that you saw them. The remainder of your day, incredibly peaceful. This is a idyllic, beautiful trip through rolling hills. There are a few stands of trees, but nothing completely, nothing concerning. The road,
I love that.
The road is clear. The weather is kind, and you spend the rest of the day traveling until early evening with uneventful. You don't even see anyone else on the road.
I love that.
At the excuse me. As the adrenaline from that, you're pretty hyped up for most of that day, for the rest of that day, expecting more. But as all of that subsides, and the last light of day is turns to night, you do find a clearing just off the beaten path that looks like it has been used as a campsite before. There is a fire pit. There are some logs that have been kind of rolled over to give you some seating, and you see it's kind of surrounded by on a couple of on the back side by some taller trees, and it looks like a pretty good spot to camp for the night.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Sounds good. Should probably post a watch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. So you.
Hey,
go
so
ahead.
I'm gonna ask a question to my wizardy type people. Do you know how to cast that? There's like this thing some of you magically
And a-
inclined people can cast as like a building that keeps us a little bit safer. Anybody
Uh,
have that ability at this point?
uh, give give me another. Let me fight a few more of those elementals. And I'll
Fair
talk.
enough. I wasn't
I'll-
sure. I thought that might have been a hard spell, but I thought it was worth at least inquiring.
I could learn how to do that when I set my next circle of magic. What I can do right now is alarm one of our directions. I can put up a little bit of an alarm to help the people who are on watch.
If that's not too taxing, that's not a bad idea.
Well, that's the benefit of ritual magic. I swap effort for time, and I spend the next 10 minutes casting the alarm ritual.
Sure.
Okay.
So,
I also
oh, Mike, go ahead.
I also console Truffles and tell him if it was a real Truffles, you would have beaten that stone elemental.
Okay, so let me move y'all to a different map. Oh yeah, so the map that you guys are on, the campsite also happens to be near a stream. I forgot about that one.
Oh, that's lovely.
I forgot about that part. So it is right here. So it is. I apologize. So the path runs near a small pond, and there is a campsite that is. Looks like it appears that it is often used. Rory, without even dice rolls, you can tell that this is very clear. You know, you can see tracks coming in and out of here. This is just one of those communal campsites that people use and clean up, you know, constantly. You just
Okay.
happen to be here by yourself.
All right. I'm gonna go over and check on the fire. If it's low, I will stoke it. If it's out, I will start it.
It is out.
Okay, then I will grab some kindling and start it.
Okay. And you guys can kind of set up and
Yep.
kind of wherever you put your characters, where I'll assume your like bedroll and all that stuff is. I have icons for that, and I downloaded them, and they're somewhere on my computer. We will have them for future adventures. I just couldn't find them before today. I'm not as organized as I like to think I am.
That's okay. Being a dungeon master is hard work, and we appreciate you doing this for us.
Absolutely.
So the early evening turns to night. You have unless you are, I'm assuming you have not chosen to like Iron Man fast on the way. So the fire is going. You are cooking and eating food. Doing normal adventurer campfire things. Do you have a watch order that you would like to give me? And if you want to give me this watch order, is it the standard one that we'll just use every time so we don't have to negotiate? This is the
Yes.
first time I've made you guys determine a watch order. So
Yes. I'm
I'll
happy
take
to be.
first- Yeah.
I'm happy to be on first watch as well.
Okay.
So if we do it in twos, it'd be okay.
I would say, if memory serves me right, I need a full 8 hours of rest in order to get my spells and all that stuff back. I think some of you don't need a full 4 hours of sleep in order to get a proper long rest. So
that would be elves.
I don't think any of us.
Yeah, I can sleep in the wagon while talking to you.
All right. So do we need 2 or 3 watches to make it through the night? Are we thinking split the night half and half? Because we can do two
Yeah.
and two of us.
You could do it if you split it in half. If you let I think if you let Preston just sleep the whole night through. Because I think it's 3 it would be I think it's 3 shifts. But you
Usually
have
it's 3.
elves, so the elves make things weird. Is it just Talia that's an elf? or is Rory an elf too? I can't.
No, I'm a
You made
tiefling.
us pick different.
All right, I'll be quiet. Tell me how you guys are gonna do it. I keep
They're
forgetting
so
that I'm
cute
not
with your
playing,
needs to
so I don't have
sleep.
it figured out.
I'm asleep in the wagon.
All right, so why don't we break it into shifts of
How
three?
about you're the
With the-
human, you sleep.
That's my plan.
Go to bed. Be gone.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
Go to bed and
Else
be
needs to
gone.
sleep.
I mean, if I'm gonna be
Okay, all of you
navigating-
bastards go to sleep. I'm fine.
No, we're going to
Good
take
night.
turns. You're going to be stuck with one of us each shift.
Oh, that's fair.
you-
Yeah.
That way, there's two of us, and that way, yeah, you'll keep you company. Come on, you have fun stories to tell. So,
That's also
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Vera, why don't you want to take first shift? Why don't you take the first shift of stories? I'll take
Sure.
second shift, and Rory, are you good taking third shift?
Yeah, that's fine.
Done. There we
Let's
go.
do it.
We made decisions.
The shift of stories. Oh.
Okay, I'm making a note of our watch order. So unless we say differently, Talia's going to be doing the whole night, and then we're going to take turns keeping company. Vera, then myself, and then Rory, and that's the order that we will default to unless otherwise. Does that work for the DM?
Sure. Yeah. So for 4 of those hours, she at least has to like sit still and she can't like talk. But the rest of those times, she can do whatever the hell she wants.
She can sit quietly with me.
Yeah.
I don't talk
You
much.
guys can meditate a little.
It's like loose meditation. The way trance is like a loose meditation. So for 4 hours, you have to leave her alone-ish.
Yeah, we'll just like sit back to back. We can lean on each other. I'll be like half asleep because it'll be early morning and I'm not a morning person. And I'll just like
I love the
have the
ranger that's not a
birds.
morning person. I like to
Have
sleep
the
in
birds.
the woods.
She can sleep. And I'll nudge her if I need to, but we don't need to talk.
Linda, did you write all that down?
I did write that all down.
Great, thank you. You can put it in
No
the notes,
problem.
and then I'll
It'll go in the notes once I finish my school year in another week and a half.
That's fine.
Or-
Yeah, you got all.
I've
Got a pass, maybe a hall pass.
Yeah,
I don't use
you get an excuse for not doing the notes until after school is over.
Thank you.
So
Correct.
so 3 watches. Talia is technically on all of them. One of them she's kind of less chatty because she's extra chatty all the rest of the time. So the first watch goes without incident. It's not silent, right? You're near a
We're in the
pond.
woods.
You're in the woods near a pond, right? So you don't hear any activity on the roadway. This clearing is kind of off of the road. The road is like probably 50 yards to the south of where you are. So there's like a path that kind of leads off of it towards this campsite near the pond. So you can't hear activity on the road. But you are next to a pond. So there's, fish jumping and you hear, owls hooting and, normal woodland critter stuff. Nothing that is alarming or that sounds out of place. Rory specifically, nothing sounds out of place with the critter shenanigans that are happening. The second watch. This is so on the second watch. I would say it still passes without hearing any noise on the street, or not the street, the major roadway. However, you do notice that for like a minute or so, the sounds from the lake they stop. Like it gets kind of quiet. It's a pond. It's not a lake. It sounds like the sounds from the pond stop. So the fish jumping, whatever. That stops for probably like a minute. And then you hear fish jumping and, all that other stuff again. Normal pond side activities. And then the assuming no one decides to investigate that 1 minute lack of sound.
Oh, I am.
Okay. So,
I'm awake.
I'm coming with you.
okay. So,
Yeah.
what do you guys do?
I
Are you gonna-
sleeping.
Roll an investigate check.
So I'm gonna head closer to the water's edge, but not too close in case
Sure.
shenanigans.
So
Wait,
the
where's-
fire is still going. Rory did a really good job building a fire. It is a well-built fire pit. This is clearly a well-traveled campsite. So the and the light from the fire does dance across the kind of rippling pond water pretty far in. You get it, I mean, obviously you can't see the other side, but you get a pretty decent size. The water is rippling as you would expect it to. You do actually catch a fish kind of jumping out and eating something, getting a little snack at one point. I would like the two of you to make investigation checks and tell me specifically what you might be looking for, if that might, because that may help me.
Okay.
Anything large?
Sure. Bigger than a breadbasket?
Yeah.
Bigger than a breadbasket, something out of place.
Sure.
Perhaps
I-
something that
you
is
know what?
hissing and
I-
snakish.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying not to diss roll 20, but roll 1 would be more
Man.
like the game.
You are getting robbed tonight.
I mean, if you want to log out of Roll20 and then launch it again, maybe that'll reset your seed. I'm fine with that if you want to. But so the okay.
They opting out of their new crap?
That won't make a difference because that's just a location of their menus. So you walk over, the two of you walk over to the side of the, closer to the water.
Put the fire to our back so it doesn't mess up
yeah.
our vision as much. We can see better
Yeah.
into the water.
And, if the goal is to look for something big, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. That's a little better. Hi, Viv. So, as you get closer to the water, and look, you don't see anything particularly out of the ordinary. The only large thing you see is, there are some logs that are kind of half submerged at the edge of the water. But that's not, that's big, but they're not moving or floating or doing, they're just
Not out
rotten,
of place.
nasty logs. Doing rotten, nasty logs on the side of a pond kind of stuff.
I mean, I have night vision, so is there anything?
Yeah, no, you see a regular old pond.
Okay.
No signs of
I'm not
snakes.
purposely trying to piss stuff off, so not now.
Yeah, no,
People are trying to sleep.
You guys are giving it a good look. I mean, and realistically, I mean, all dice rolls aside, you're right. You have dark vision, so you do get the advantage of seeing, the fire kind of dance across the surface, which would illuminate things if they were kind of sticking out of it. But the only
Nessie?
Yeah, exactly. Like if Nessie showed up, you'd probably see the light dancing off the top of the water would probably help. The only large things you see are the nasty rotten logs that are in there, and even extending out to your dark vision, it just looks like every pond you've ever looked at, at night. Nothing abnormal.
Yeah.
And the noise has returned, which makes sense and is synced up and everything with, you see a couple of fish jumping out, whatever. You do not see any snakes. I mean, I know
Okay.
y'all are looking for snakes. You do not see snakes. I will just assume that you are always looking for snakes.
That's a safe assumption.
I will just assume that you are always looking for snakes. And trust me, I will tell you whenever you see a snake.
Even if it's just a water moccasin.
Listen, water moccasins can be scary, man.
Yep.
Listen, Preston, his constitution's not very high. A water moccasin bites him.
It's true.
He might be dissipating. I don't know. Are you satisfied with your search, or are you going to go for a swim?
Oh, not going for a
Or
swim.
I'm
any of the
good.
other myriad of opportunities?
No.
Okay.
Maybe later, but not now.
Okay. So you guys go back. The rest of your watch goes completely uneventful. Buzzing, the regular bugs and hooting and splashing of fish and whatever, bubbling of a little, creek next to you. At one point, one of the horses wakes up, kind of stomps around a little bit. Nothing crazy, right? Third watch. Who is on third watch?
Rory and Talia.
Sure.
The
So
non-morning person is on the morning one.
Are you gonna make coffee? So
Yeah, probably. I'm going to be I am naturally very people avoidant, but I'm going to be the do not talk to me before coffee emo girl while I make coffee.
Sure, I'll allow it. So during the morning watch, sunrise is coming up, and honestly, this is a pretty nice sunrise coming up. Just the way that the light kind of dances into this clearing, just the way that the trees are, etc. It's just a nice sunrise. It's a relatively chilly morning, but not cold. Everything that you would expect to hear in the morning, you hear. Nothing really seems out of place. And Talia, I know that you are especially guarded as you look out over the water because of what happened during the second shift. It looks like a pond on the water in the morning. There's a little bit more fish activity, but that stands to reason, right? You can see more. But other than that, looks like a pond. Kind of it's certainly, you get a better look at it now that it's the sun is shining on it, and it's kind of a dirty, kind of, this is a small pond. So you're probably pretty glad you didn't go for a swim. It would have been kind of muddy and gross. One of those ponds.
Yeah. Oh,
I've been in those ponds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not the kind of pond you go in to clean off.
No.
So yeah, but critters.
Yeah, Evan.
Is this Evan of whom you speak?
Lord.
I don't know. He'd be somebody.
The general
Suddenly we
being God
renamed one of
actually
the gods.
Honestly, the general
Evan-
being God fits.
It does.
Evan Almighty, wasn't that a movie?
It was in fact. Okay, so the third watch passes without without any event. Everybody is able to wake up. Rory has made very good coffee, very strong coffee for everyone.
Woohoo.
That tracks.
And you are able to, kind of get the horses hitched up and the wagon ready to go. And your adventure will continue in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Get
Cliffhanger.
it, guys. Episode
7
of the Coils of
Wow.
Destiny is now complete. So thank you everybody for watching. We certainly appreciate you guys being here. Thank you to my players. Really love having you guys here. I talk to most of you every day. So but it's a treat for me to get a chance to play with everybody as our adventure continues. So everybody that is watching, programming note, I'll be back next week for the Engage Family Gaming Podcast, where we will get to talk about all kinds of crap, because we had a PlayStation thing. We will at that point have had an Xbox thing.
Oh, wow.
And announced today, the Wholesome Games Showcase is on Saturday, which means Amanda is going to spend an hour and a half just freaking out about
It's
video
true.
games. So, and we're going to.
I'm going to be doing it live in Discord, so.
Yeah. Her Discord, and we'll do.
Yeah, in my Discord.
So but we're going to talk about the highlights of all of that on the podcast. So be ready to be very excited. So until next time, thank you to my players, thank you to our viewers, and until then, don't forget, get your family game on. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.